Hello, Susie here from Pink Diamond Guide. I've had a little break from readings. Had a few days away down the Gold Coast, which has been amazing, doing some filming for TV, but we're back with an energy update to see what's going on. And then this week I plan to have a look at the Zodiac and work our way through the Zodiac again and see what's happening with all the individual signs. But today we'll just do a twin flame energy update, see what's happening across the collective generally, and then we'll work our way into some more specific energy as the week moves on. You wouldn't believe it though, it's like where we went away. I've been blessed to Pink Diamond Guide is going to be featured on Channel 7, which is one of our national television networks here, which is super exciting. But the funny bit is, where we stayed down the Gold Coast, across from our apartments was a club, and it was called Twin Towns, and the restaurant that we ate at there was called Flame. And I went, you can't even make that stuff up sometimes. Hey, it's like, like going down there to promote higher consciousness energy. That's what we were talking about, and sharing twin flame tarot and talking about all things higher consciousness. And there we were, opposite Twin Towns, and the restaurant was called Flame. I just thought that was just too funny not to mention. But anyway, our connection has been doing much, much better lately, thanks to the help of the universe and a whole lot of work on our connection since October. But we're definitely coming into a lot more harmony, a lot more understanding. It's been a lot of work, but we're getting there. So let's look at the energies currently impacting twins. What have we got? We've moved past the Aquarius moon, which should have been washing energy clean. We've moved past the January 23rd energy, where Venus met Saturn in the sky, all about love, longevity, commitment to something you desire. We are now in Venus in Pisces energy. It's all about warmth, femininity, compassion, forgiveness. The other thing, Uranus and Taurus, is about change, awakening, freedom, catalyst energy. So we've got a bunch of really cool energies happening. And at the moment, all planets are traveling direct, which is really lovely. Like, this should be some forward momentum that we're reading today. So what we'll do a reading from the aspect of the divine feminine, then we'll look divine masculine, build a bridge, and we will have a look at some divine love oracle. Here we go. Let's get into it. Divine feminine, what have we got for you? Straight up, we've got the Four of Wands. Talking harmony. I'm talking harmony. We've got the Knight of Cups. Here it comes. Look at this beautiful energy. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Tower card. This is a challenging read, isn't it? What's playing out here? All right, what have we got underneath of it? Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Two of Swords. What is all this swords energy? Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Justice card. Could we have any more swords? Oh my gosh, look at all these swords. Wow, 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 wow. What have we got going on here, Divine Feminine? Justice card. Look, Justice card is about reaping what you sow, really. It's like it's a karmic return. And we are in 2023, which is a 7-year. It's all about embracing the soul. So it's like what you get out, what you put in is what you get out. So it's like if you're putting a lot of work into your connection, that is that you're working on your soul ascension journey, which is how you work on your connection, that you should be getting some kind of return. Now, what's interesting here is we've got a conversation, right? We've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the Knight of Swords. So it is a really like, I'm going to call Queen of Swords, she's an authoritative energy, right? She's run the gamut. She's been the Queen of Cups. She's been the Queen of Pentacles. She's been a bunch of different queens. And Queen of Swords shows up as someone who just does not take any bullshit, right? So she can come off as bitchy. She can come off as the Ice Queen. She can come off as a bunch of different energies. She can come off as caring as well. What's super interesting with the Venus in Pisces energy is that what we're looking at is warm, feminine, compassionate, and forgiving energy. But why is the Queen of Swords here? She's anything but that. She's been that, and now she's icy and a little bit, how are you going with her communication? She's ready to cut off any bullshit at the sniff of it. And because of that, she's going to get her justice. Now, the conversation that she's having with the Knight of Swords, I see this as a conversation, by the way. So it's like, to me, this is a conversation between divine masculine and divine feminine. And one is definitely cutting through the bullshit of the other. That's how I'm reading that energy, and therein lies the justice. Now, don't panic if your twin flame is not talking to you at this point in time. This energy can definitely play out in the 5D. I always talk where, everyone's on their own journey. You come together at different times. So it could be that you're having a conversation with someone else who triggers part of your journey. Like if it's not you and your divine masculine physically conversing, this is a conversation. If it's not with, it's about. If it's not in the 3D, which this appears to be, excuse me, perhaps you're having a 5D conversation around what needs to transpire. Perhaps you're taking a very, very serious action. If this is not a conversation, perhaps it's a serious action that you're taking that is fueled by Queen of Swords energy, where you want to cut something or cut someone off. But the Queen of Swords definitely trumps the Knight of Swords by way of going, this person might want to have a very base level or surface level conversation, whereas Queen of Swords wants to really cut away any crap. And look, Ricky gives me permission to share our laundry. So look, when we're in the throes of trying to figure stuff out, I'm definitely the motor mouth. I definitely talk more than he does, right? And sometimes he'll answer me with things like, yeah, what you just said, that's what we're going to do. It drives me freaking balmy. It literally drives me balmy that I'm, having these big, wordy processes around, where our struggle points are and how we're going to move through them. And it's like, he's agreeing with me 1000%. Look, these two speak the same language. They're both speaking swords, but it's like the queen has more to say than the knight. And it's like sometimes, like I said, he'll just go, yeah, what you just said, that's what we're going to do. And I think sometimes you get exactly what you put into it. It's like going, I've got a really clear plan on how we're going to move forward. And this is, to me, executing some ideal around cutting out anything that's not serving you. Now, if this is your divine masculine returning serve, it feels to me like their version of the conversation is less wordy than yours, but I think it's for a reason. I think that you've got something very clear that you want to say, and I don't see this as a negative. I just feel like one's doing more talking than the other, or one's ideas are clearer than the other, but it brings a really good result. Here where it gets a little bit interesting, because we've got two schools of thought, right? It's going what you said and what they said, and there's two ideals that need to be triggered by spirit, right? It needs to move back from, well, you did this and you said that, and my reaction was, and like having the he said she said conversations, or the you did they did, and trying to work out who's right and who's wrong, and instead leaning back on your intuition and trusting that the divine is leading you. Now, what that will do is bring you into a state of healing what damage that's been done to the connection. Now, Three of Swords is a massively triggering energy for twin flames, right? It does, it if that was presenting without that, I'd be going, oh, what the hell are we going through again, divine feminine? But the Four of Swords is presenting as an energy over the Three of Swords, right? It's saying that healing is coming if you're willing to have difficult conversations, right? Difficult or challenging conversations, if you're willing to consider opposing points of view and allow the divine to lead you on the path and allow course corrections to occur. Sometimes it does take just slipping into, if you're not in actual contact with your divine masculine, slipping into a meditative space to see what the pain process is, to see where you've got energy points that are still very, very triggering around the connection. And if you two are in contact, it's like going, what would be our opposing points of view, or where would our friction points be, and let the divine lead the process forward. What is it that you need to heal? What is it that you need to move through in order to get your energy past the Three of Swords and into the Four of Swords? But the Four of Swords comes about because you're considering opposing points of view or points of confusion, points of friction. That's how I'm picking up this energy. Points of friction lead to healing over what has been very, very distressing energy. Now, the push from the universe, there she blows. Four of Wands, twin flame energy 101. Look at that, 1111 there. This is wanting twins to move into union. Now, 2023, like I said, is a 7-year. It's all about embracing the soul, and it's a year of resurrection, reconstruction, reunions, right? It's the year, it's the re-year. So it's the year that wants to bring things back together and pull energies forward and like get closer to the planet, moving towards that higher vibrational energy. So what we've got happening with that Mars and Gemini energy is I call it energy and drive returns to unions. We've got plans and ideas coming together, and missing information returns. Now, what's interesting about that is look what we've got. We've got the Queen and the Knight talking. What are they talking about? They're talking about what they don't know about each other. So this is an important conversation that is about to occur. Now, here, it's a loving offer that comes forward. So there's definitely love in the air, but love's never been the problem between twin flames, has it? So it could be that if your twin is in connection with you, that there's an offer of romance, or there's an offer of, you know, he's my Mr. Valentine's Day. It's like, it's poetry and it's art and it's music and it's love is in the air. There's this feel, and look at it side by side with the Four of Wands. The universe wants this offer to occur. The universe wants divine masculine and divine feminine offering each other love. Now, do not panic. Honestly, if your twin flame is nowhere in sight, do not panic. Twins come together at all different times and for all different reasons. This is a current push. So we're celebrating unions coming online all this year. And, like I'm already connecting with some twins who I've been working with over since we've been on this channel, saying, oh, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. My twins got in touch with me. We're making progress. Don't panic if it's not you. Let's cheer on those unions that are coming online, because they're making it easier for other unions to come online. It's like I'm talking about, like, if this is a big cup that twin flames have to change the color of the water, and every union that comes online is a drop of food coloring. So if we've got more unions coming online in the next couple of weeks, let's cheer everybody on, because guess what? They are about to do some serious work on behalf of the whole collective. So cheering on those twins that are coming into union. If it's not you, keep doing your work, right? It's a 7-year. We're all about the soul, and this is about work. So it's choosing your path and getting dedicated to it. And anyone who's listened to my readings before, or knows this channel, knows that my number one practice for bringing twins into union, bringing them into harmony, is understanding the doctrine of twin flames. Understanding that this is all about a soul ascension journey, and your number one goal is to ascend your soul. Because if you're doing it by default, if you are a true twin flame, it will be happening to your partner. I promise you, the fastest way that I know of that has worked for me, that has brought Ricky and I back together, even when we fall in and we're open. We fell out of union with each other. Like, things got very difficult for us about October last year, and it spiraled out of control. We didn't know how to connect. We didn't know how to talk. Yes, we were still living in the same house, still connected, but is like, as far as, quote unquote, being together as a happy couple in union, it was really distressing. We were really struggling. But that energy, the fastest way I knew through it is to work on me. So I got very, very serious about looking for where the friction points were, and very, very serious about getting to the point, going, why have we fallen out of union? What's going on between us that needs to be healed? And here we are, we're moving into February. The cosmos is pushing unions back online. And because the work gets done, union comes with it, or more harmony comes with it. So we get the benefit of going, all right, While the universe was pushing us through lessons, we got serious about the work. Now we're in the benefit of coming back together in a harmonious way. This works. It works to get very, very focused on your soul ascension journey versus trying to convince them that they need to be in a relationship with you or doing any kind of chasing towards bringing the relationship together. And it feels so counterintuitive. All you want to do is love them. All you want is them to love you in return because the connection feels so intense and so strong, right? So you go, Susie, really you want me to pull back and just not consider them at all? Just, yeah, for a little bit, just focus on you. If your union is not coming online under this energy, it means you've got more work to do. Reality is right 100% of the time. If you are out of union, it's because you've still got work to do. Your connection still has lifting to do. So this is why the Eight of Pentacles comes into the soul space. It says, come on, Divine Feminine, we've got work to do. So those of you who are coming into union, I cheer you on. Well done. You've got there. For those of you who are still in the journey, I'm cheering you on too, because the work continues. Wherever you are in the process is exactly where you're meant to be for where your energy is at this time. You want to speed up the process to harmony. Get serious about the twin flame doctrine. If you are a true twin flame, it's the one thing that I know that will fast track your union is getting serious about understanding who you are and why you're here. That was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? But I believe in it so intensely, and it's what has worked for me. You know, like in we've come together and come apart, come together, come apart. We've done the process, right? I'm not speaking just out of fiction. I'm speaking from fact. This is the fastest way I know to bring the connections back into alignment is to truly focus on your soul ascension journey. What is the challenge right now? We've got some of our twins are out in the cold. This is kind of why I was looking at this scenario going, to me it feels like we've got some twins coming into union and some twins scratching their head and go, why isn't it my turn? Why aren't they coming back? All the energies are saying that they should be coming back. So what is the challenge that we have that's leaving you out in the cold? And for mine, it's going, it's a false set of beliefs is how I'm picking it up, right? I don't think someone's lying to you per se, but it's like, what is it that you believe to be true that needs to find a deeper level of understanding? What belief system are you holding, or what friction points are you holding in your energy that is keeping you out of union? Because here's the kicker. If you are out of union, reality is correct. You have a friction point. You and your twin are not aligning, right? There will be something in your energy that you haven't recognized that you probably don't want to acknowledge, because I'm picking it up as something that you don't want to acknowledge. It's like going, I'm ready, spirit, I'm ready. Snap my fingers, where is my twin? I've done all the work. Where is my twin? Why am I out in the cold when I have done all the work and all of the readings all across YouTube? It doesn't matter which channel I lean on, they're saying twins are coming back. Why isn't my twin here? And you're probably sitting there scratching your head and going, what's wrong with me? And am I truly a twin? What I'm going to say to you, there's nothing wrong with you. And if you've been called to the twin flame journey, chances are good that you're truly a twin flame. If you're feeling pain, if you're feeling suffering, if you're feeling like you've been left out in the cold, all of those are hallmarks of the twin flame journey. So there's a friction point. If you're out of union, it's because there's a friction point, and the kicker is to find it. So the likely outcome is a breakdown to breakthrough energy. So this is not for all twins. I feel like we've got a good mix of those who've got their twin coming toward them, and a good mix of those who have their head in their hands going, why isn't it my turn, right? It will be your turn when it's your turn, when you've done the work that's required to hold the soul vibration of a happy, harmonious union, right? And even then, once you've got it, you've got to fight to stay there. It's not just, again, this stuff is not served up on a silver platter. It's worked for, and then it's worked to maintain. So understand twin flame journeys, they're work. They're work. They're not rom-coms. They're not unicorns and fairy tales. They're work. And if you've signed up for anything other than that on a twin flame journey, then this is not the journey for you. These journeys require constant attention and dedication to maintain harmony. Now, whatever is going on in your state of affairs, there's a breakdown to breakthrough. Are you just starting to recognize that you're on a twin flame journey and you're starting to realize, oh my God, I just want to love him. Why are you telling me that this is going to be so difficult? It doesn't serve me not to tell you that. It doesn't serve you for me to not to tell you that, because the point of the exercise is to get you into that harmonious union that is paradise on earth. And the more of us that come into union, the more that water changes color, where each of us are a drop of food coloring in a glass of water. And if it's red, it's moving to a nice pink color, but then we'll go into a nice, beautiful, intense red when there's enough unions online. And then unions get easier and easier and easier. I promise you, I've been on this journey for 10 years, and like the speed with which things are changing now to which compared to where they were 10 years ago, I promise you, you're not going to have a 10-year journey from this point on, because there's enough change in that water for you to embrace that the change is upon us, right? The next 10 years, more and more people will be living in this higher energy. And if you're one of the ones chosen to go first, then hats off to you and I salute you, absolutely. But the journey is a challenge. And, you know, moments like these, breakdown to breakthrough, they're not rare. They happen relentlessly, and it's why the collective exists. It's why I'm out here on YouTube offering readings to anyone who wants support on this journey, to see what the energy is doing, to see where you fit amongst it. But know that I take these journeys very, very seriously, and these, excuse me, these tower moments, they are pivotal. You will learn so much through these tower moments, excuse me. This is the work. When you locate those friction points and they break you to your knees, it's when you learn the most about these connections. So my red hot advice is to explode that energy. And I talk about what it is to magnify energy on our key concepts videos. I won't go into it here. Look up the key concept videos on how to move energy and how important it is that you understand what it is to hold space for your twin versus chasing them. So on that key concepts, it's all over there on how that works and how important it is to move the energy on when you're in a tower moment so that you can bring in something new. Okay, let's move on to Divine Masculine and see what's going on in his neck of the woods. See how this energy has been affecting our Divine Masculine collective. Whether you're feminine, whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. Some resonate with the masculine version of the journey, some resonate with the feminine version of the journey. Wherever you fall into it, you fall into it. Flip it, twist it, adjust it, wherever it sits. Because I've got the feeling that we've got, especially in the wave oneers, and like I talk about waves being task centric, not time centric. Again, there's another video about that. But wave oneers, we do have some feminines who identify with more of the masculine journey, or some females who identify with the masculine journey. So wherever you sit in that, it's not for me. It's not for me to call your journey. It's like you identify where you identify. And let's look at Divine Masculine Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Ace of Swords. We've got Four of Wands comes in. Knight of Swords. Hanged Man. And the Moon. Let's look at the bottom six. Two of Cups, Six of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Look, straight up, I'm just going to call it, what's the challenge? Look, my challenge is the Knight of Swords. I fully felt that this was Divine Masculine sitting here and is struggling to communicate with the Divine Feminine. Interesting. Okay, let's go to the bottom six first. What have we got? Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Two of Swords. We've got a repeating message there with our Five of Pentacles. So it's a challenge for you, divine feminine, but it exists as a different energy for divine masculine. It's like, for me, this one is going, I want to come in from out in the cold. I want to be able to feel love, feel passion, feel connection. I want to make a fresh new start, a passionate new start, and come in from out the cold. But here again, this is why it's it's super interesting. I don't know why I want to swear so much at the moment, but I'm cursing a lot lately. Two of Swords and Two of Swords. You've got that as a push from under the universe and under the deck as well. So many swords, like so many opportunities, so much willingness to communicate, and yet so much conflict, so much confusion in going, we don't know how to make a new start. We don't know how to get to a peaceful endeavor where we just trust our instinct. And look at this, it's kind of interesting because in this representation we've got a masculine, and this representation we've got a feminine. So it's going, I think you're confusing each other right now. And the goal is to just sit in your intuition and let the divine tell you what to do instead of trying to actually, think your way through it. Like, these two swords are all about thoughts and ideas and communications. And here you've got these polarizing ideas. You've got two swords. And it's like two schools of thought, two ideas, two identities. And here it's going, like, just close your eyes and lean into your intuition. You want a fresh new start? Stop arguing the point and just bring fresh new energy forward. Make a passionate, fresh new start. Yes, there's going to be conflicting ideals because you've both had different journeys to this point, but you want to come in from out the cold. You want to come in from out the cold. Start communicating a unifying ideal. And if you're not talking to your divine masculine, do it in the 5D. Send a unifying message through your thoughts. Imagine them in peaceful scenarios. Use your 5D abilities to send them peaceful ideals. Now look at this. We've got another 2, which is a juggling energy. Now, again, I've got this feeling of, it's like, should I stay or should I go now? I want a victory with this soulmate energy. I want the victory, but I don't actually know what to do. And I think I've spoken of this before. It's kind of like divine masculine sitting with the phone in their hand, ready to type a message, and they'll type a message, but they won't hit send. It's like, do I really want to connect, or do I not? Maybe I just want to get on this ship and sail away. But then the overriding message is, I want a victory with our 6 of Wands. I want a victory with my soulmate. So I do feel like the energy overwhelmingly across the collective is that the divine masculine is moving towards the divine feminine. But we're always going to say that in Tarotland because it's always going to be that way, right? Divine feminine, by and large, went first through the journey, and they had awareness, and they woke up earlier than divine masculine. But now we're watching divine masculine wake up en masse. So they're always going to be seen to be coming towards you. It's just that the wave and the timeline is broad. So it's like going, is it you under this particular energy, or is it going to be another divine union that's coming online? But the ideal is that the divine masculine collective is moving towards the divine feminine collective en masse. So it's kind of like, for some, it's a waiting game now. And while you're waiting, I would suggest highly strongly that you do your work, because like I said, the fastest way I know to bring us back into union and back into alignment is to do the work. And look what's over the top of this, just by chance, the 4 of Wands. There it is, right? There it is. You've got it as the push from the universe, and they've got it. For them, it's in their soul space, right? They're feeling it in the soul space that unions are available. There's our 1111, which is our lovely DNA codes that exist in twin flames. And what you're doing by doing your soul work is lighting it up in them. Do you see that? Like, the tarot is actually like reinforcing what I was saying, that the way to light up the union in the divine masculine, right, is not to browbeat him into it with your words, but to move it in the soul space, to do the work, understand the twin flame doctrine, and you'll fully understand why The reason it comes back into alignment is the elevation of the soul. Nothing more, nothing less, because that's the goal, is that you both hit a higher level of frequency in order to hold this connection. You've got DNA codes lining up within you, which are connected to 1111. So surrender into it. Learn all you can about it. And as you do that, look at this. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune turns. It does a 180 on Divine Masculine. So if they're currently moving away from you, this moves them in towards you, because guess what? They suddenly have understanding. They have clarity. They have focus. What they've got in their challenge, though, is their actual ability to talk to you. So Spirit says, what are we doing? We're sitting in the Hangman. And this is kind of that energy I was picking up, going, I've got my phone in my hand, I'm typing you a message. Will I send it? Won't I send it? Will I send it? Won't I send it? Will you just shut me down? I'm not sure. But I know what I want, right? I know what I want. I know what I need to swing my sword at. I know what my truth is. My truth is that my twin flame lives in my soul. My twin flame lives in my soul, and I want to do something about it. It's a change of fortune, change of circumstance. Now, under the energy of the moon, it's still an unseen thing. So I am picking up that under the energy of the moon, that we still have work to do. So it's not every union that comes online, which is, I mean, that's just how it is that the twin flame collective comes online in fits and starts, and it's task centric, it is frequency centric, it is not time centric, which is why it's so hard to say that your particular union is going to come online under these energies. So if you're not hearing from your twin, if this push is not in on your moment, do not panic, because under the energy of the moon, Spirit is doing things in the ether that are unseen towards bringing your connections online. Keep doing your work is my red hot advice under what we're going through right now. Now, let's have a look. Let's go. What does Divine Masculine want to tell Divine Feminine? When I say I want to build a bridge, it's like going, what is the connecting energies between the two? So it's like, what energy connects the two? We've looked at them independently. Let's build a bridge. Sometimes I ask, what does he want to say to build a bridge? Sometimes what I want to think. I'm just asking Spirit this time, what is the actual state of the connection? Just let's look at the state of the connection. Righto. Strength. We've got Temperance. We've got Three of Cups in reverse. We've got Four of Cups. We've got the Judgment card. And we've got Two of Cups. Comes out again. Comes out again. The actual state of the connection. Look at this, right? Major Arcana up here. Look, with the Strength, the Temperance, and the Judgment card. Look at that. Look at that sequence. It's really, really intense for me. What am I picking up here? It's like a message of going, the connection itself is moving through, I'm going to call it a bottleneck. That's what I'm picking up. It's like it's moving through a bottleneck. So perhaps where you've been sitting in your connection, it feels like you've been in a broad space but still in a bubble, where what it's doing to you now, it's like it's a squeeze on the connection. It's a tightening. It's something that makes you want to hold your breath. It's something that goes, it wants to balance for sure with the Temperance card there, but what does it need to balance in order to come out the other side? Now here you've got this progression from the Three of Cups to the Four of Cups. Now you've moved through the Three of Cups energy. That's upside down now, right? And it's going from the 3 to the 4. So the Three of Cups for me was like going, I am going to look at it. It is a communication card. It's a fun card. You can look at it. It can be enjoying fun times with people. But it can also be representing what's third party between these two. So it's like going, whatever was holding you out of alignment is now being moved through. It's going, let's put that behind us and move into a more, I'm going to call this energy over here, this is more manifesting what you want. Whereas over here it's going, letting third party energy interrupt or interfere. This energy, see how, what a great energy it is for manifesting. Like when we manifest, it's about spending time in visualization. So it's letting like a mini movie play out in our mind, and we're living it as if it's already there and if it's already real. And twin flames have to get very, very good at this. You have to imagine what your connection looks like beyond all the troubles. Now, the other side to manifesting is allowing the universe to see what the troubles would be. So it's going, all right, I can imagine us together. Now I'm going to look at the facets of separation and what it feels like. Now I'm going to imagine the solution. Now that's an important part of manifesting. Like, because the universe creates from positives and negatives. So if you're only just throwing positives at the universe, if you're only just dreaming of the new car and the new house and the pool and you and your twin in luxury and abundance, not that everybody fantasizes that way, but like if you do, roll with it. So, some people may, but like if you're only ever dreaming of the positives in life, the universe can't get a true fix on how you roll. Now, if you can imagine, all right, my twin and I are in connection, but what I find to be a struggle now is that we're at a distance from each other. I'm going to imagine the solution to the distance. I'm going to imagine myself getting on the plane, and I'm going to imagine that I'm moving house cross country, moving into their place, or reverse if they're moving into your place. I'm going to imagine what that place looks like. I'm going to imagine them meeting at the airport. I'm going to imagine what my new job looks like. I'm going to imagine, does my dog live there? Did I have to, did I have to say goodbye to family and friends? Imagine the problem as well as the solution. That's a master stroke in manifesting. It's not just to sit in the outcome, but it's really to sit in the process of the outcome. Not that you have to know how it's going to happen, right? You don't have to know how the universe will come up with a solution. The universe will work with you. You don't have to know, like, if you're going to need $10,000 in order to do it. You don't need to know where you're going to get it from. You just know that you're going to, the problem is that you live at separation. The answer is one of you needs to move. So imagine that solution. Imagine that you have everything that you need, and don't tell the universe how it's going to happen. Don't. Just have the solution play out. If you're at a distance, imagine yourself closing the distance. If you imagine the happy stuff too, all of the details, manifest it in full, vivid color in order for the universe to come play, right? And then allow it to conspire with you in order to make it real. That's the kicker for manifesting. Now, there's something here in the connection. The connection is in a state of judgment. And I love this judgment card because it actually is it's a call. And I know that the trumpet plays out in plenty of judgment cards, but like this one, it's like I just see is that the divine literally sounding the trumpet for you and your divine counterpart, going, it's time, people. What am I sounding the trumpet on? It's time to come into union. It's time to come into union across the collective. It's time to come into union. Look, it's time. Let's make it happen. Let's get some divine love oracle. Let's get some, and I've been saying this across the past couple of readings of going, unions are happening. And again, it's kind of like the same message reinforced. Unions are happening, but there's work to do. Don't forget to do the work. Don't rest on your laurels, and just keep doing the work, because it's time. The divine is calling unions into being. Let's do this. Let's do this collective and see what we've got. Manifesting. I'm not kidding. Trinity. And we've got the puzzle. Righto. So for divine feminine, we have got the quantum sea. That's what I'm talking about. What comes out of the quantum sea? The quantum sea is potential. It's just energy waiting to be turned into something. I'm not going to go over my manifesting spiel again, but what do things get manifested out of the quantum sea? That latent potential. Apply dedicated thought to the quantum sea, and it's like molding, like creating, crafting your future out in front of you. Shapes start to build. The universe starts to conspire with you, and what you're focusing on, including the problem, including the solution, manifest out of the quantum sea. So I'm going to say, Divine Feminine, it's a very important time for you to be locking into your manifesting magic. Trinity comes out for Divine Masculine, which is again a very important energy. And here I'm like going, we've got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So this is the divine, it's spirit, and it's the Divine Masculine, all working in union, to listening to the call of the divine to bring these connections into union. Like, to me, this is a very it's an important energy, the Trinity, because it's like waking up to the fact that there is a call upon your life, that the divine is calling you to a particular role, and it's to walk with the the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and we're amongst it as part of the energy of the sun. Now, the sun is recognized as that's Jesus energy, but what we're told to do is walk in Jesus' example. So in the energy of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we walk as the Son, right? And we need to take our part of the Trinity with the Father or the divine leading us, and the Holy Spirit, or that spirit of the divine, to move us forward. And that's the call that's on upon the union now. Now here, which is awesome, the card comes in the puzzle. And I feel like this, like missing pieces come together under that Mars Gemini energy. It's like plans and ideas or missing information comes together to bring the puzzle online. Is the missing piece of the puzzle the divine masculine understanding the divine call? Or is it divine feminine understanding how to manifest her connection via true manifesting processes of understanding what it takes to manifest unions. Now, I will do some more work around manifesting in other videos. I think it's an important topic that, like, gets a little bit underdone. People think it's just, oh, just think this, think this, think this. The thinking part of it is not enough. There's more to it. There's more to practice. There's more. Oh, look here again. There's more work involved in using manifesting to bring your connections online. This is the work, is understanding your divine connection, what it is, and part of this process, this manifesting ideal, is learning how to think, right? And I know that sounds really flippant, but it's like it's learning how to think, ways to think. It's not just what you think, but it's the process with which you do it. It's the states. Are you using alpha, theta, and delta waves all to their maximum capacity when you're manifesting? Like, all of this stuff has relevance when you're trying to manifest a twin flame union. Now, that comes with doing the work and gaining knowledge. So again, I cannot speak highly enough of how quickly our union comes back online when I get serious about the work. And it's like, by default, work is happening on both sides of the connection, and we again manage to bring about harmonious union. And if we take our foot off the pedal, we know about it, and the struggle begins anew. That's not to say that it's always going to be that way, but we've been riding the energy out as much as you have, and we've been learning and growing along the way. And like, I'm grateful for the day that's upon us, but I know not to take my foot off the pedal. I'm not going to rest on my laurels, and I'm going to keep pushing for more understanding, more knowledge, and Pink Diamond Guide is where I'm going to share it. So, anyone who's on this journey with me, I'm not always just going to share information about will my twin come back to me. I'm going to be fighting to share with you also ideals that help your soul ascension journey well beyond your union coming together, because I know from experience that's not where these journeys end. You've got to keep your foot on the pedal in order to maintain your unions. So, to work it is. I'm going to leave our reading there. So, in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.